Hello, this is Rochelle Agatha, and this is the course overview lecture for Accounting 201 for spring. We're sitting on our announcement page of Blackboard where the welcome message is. So the first thing I want you to do is open up the calendar and the syllabus, and we're going to walk through those. The first day email had you arrive to your Blackboard page, and please note that I post all emails in the weekly email tab, so you'll find the first day email there and any other email I do put out. There's no reason to think that you didn't receive an email because you should check the weekly email tab. So go ahead and pull the syllabus down. This is your contract with me for the course. Make sure you take time to read everything. I'm going to highlight some information. Please note Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 is my online office hours, so I answer emails within that time. Otherwise, email responses take up to 24 hours except weekends and holidays, so please make sure you remember that. Normally I'm much quicker, but that is what I ask you to allow me. Here's your course overview. Take some time to read all of the online environment information. This is not a self-paced course. There are weekly assignments and everything has a due date. Online does not mean easier, so please read the online class reality and make sure that you're prepared to do this class. It is not an excuse to not turn things in because you have work things or internet problems or life problems. This is a real class with real weekly guidelines. Please note that you will be using my website, which is where you found this lecture, and the course is a 4-unit course. This is the section number, and when you email me, you need to make sure you put the course name number and section number in it because I get a lot of viruses sent to me, and I will not open your email unless you follow that rule, which you'll note down below. Here's your book. I do not provide ISBN numbers because there are a lot of them out there depending on how the book is bound. My suggestion is you buy the ebook directly from Pearson. It's the cheapest, and then if you want the hard book, go buy a used one. The book bundle cost at the college is very expensive. It's helpful to have Excel, and because sometimes if I help you back on a problem, I might send it back to you in Excel, but it's not required. Make sure you follow all of the due dates. Not attending class is a reason where I will drop you, so please keep that in mind. Here's your course objectives and your learning outcomes. This is really important, so take the time to read that. You will be listening to lectures, narrated lectures out of the book. You'll be listening to these lectures from me. You'll be reading, doing assignments. It's important that you do your own work. Cheating and taking other people's work is unethical, so please pay attention to that. Do not post any answers on discussion board. Discussion board is open for peer-to-peer contact, but not to post answers to problems. Here's your point spread. We'll go over in a minute a little bit more on the course calendar. Everything has a due date, and please don't turn anything in late. If you miss something, send me an email and I'll work with you, but everything has a due date. Exams cannot be made up, so get those dates in your calendar now. I don't like to give incompletes, so please don't even ask. Here's our dates for the semester. Pay attention to the census date. Participation in attendance activities are called PACHs, and there are weekly ones that you have to do. Here's your student attendance responsibilities, so make sure to read that. Here's the big important thing. Go into your services account at Palomar and make sure your primary email account's the one you check all the time, if it's a Yahoo or a Gmail. If you don't do this and you haven't selected a different email, it automatically will go to your Palomar email, and that's what feeds Blackboard. So please take the time to do that now and make sure you're checking the right email account. I would plan to spend upward to 6 hours a week on the homework, and that's just the way it is. It's a 4-unit class. Here it is again. In the email subject line, place the course name and number and section number, and then inside the body of the email, make sure you put your full name. I teach a lot of classes at a lot of schools, and I work full-time, and if you want quick help, I'm very efficient, and I'll answer you quickly, but you need to follow my rules. Here's some other college policies. So go ahead and take a look at all that. All right, the course calendar is really important. It's a nice colorful document. It has the week down the side, the week day, starting day, which is always a Monday, the chapter you'll be covering, what we're talking about. Notice the purple is the My Accounting Lab. There's always a chapter assignment and a media assignment, which I'll go over in the My Accounting Lab lecture. and the due dates. Then there's your PACHs, which is your participation and attendance, and the point spread there, and the due dates. There are 3 exams, the chapters they cover, and there's 1 week for spring break. So this is your guide. I put it in a PDF on purpose so that you could print it out if you want to, as opposed to putting the dates in the calendar. I like looking at things in a one spot. Here's your point spread at the bottom, and that's all of the assignments that you're working on. The rest of the Blackboard page, here's your My Accounting Lab tab, which we're going to go over in the My Accounting Lab lecture. Here's all your PACH activities. They're easy to do. If you've never taken a Blackboard class, take the time to go on the Palomar website and follow the Blackboard help information. But basically, you click on each assignment, and it tells you what it's worth, and you're going to click on the right submission, and you're going to type in the right submission. Do not attach anything. Just type. Do not type in the comments section. I don't understand why Blackboard does it this way. Because it's really simple. You start typing accidentally here. I won't grade it. I'll just tell you to resubmit it. Click on Write Submission. Type your answer. Click Submit. Please spell check. There's a nice little spell check button here. You're in a business class. I'm assuming you're going to be a business major, or you're doing this for a business reason, and I want it to look professional. If you want the full points for these weekly attendances, do them right. Notice this one says complete the introduction. Also, that happens to be a separate little discussion board where I want you to introduce yourself to the class. So take the time to do that. If somebody posts before you, post off their post. It's okay. It's discussion board. And then the rest of them go down from there. Your my grades, you have access to that. I do not. That should show your grades. I grade within a week of the due date, and I sync the My Accounting Lab with Blackboard the week after it's due. I have to manually sync it. So if you've got work in progress, it comes over too. So please don't send me an email. Just know that if we're on chapter 2 and you started chapter 3, it's going to come over whether it's done or not. It will always resync itself when I go through that process. So the Blackboard is your grade book of record. If you send an email, I want you to only email me. Please do not email the whole class. If you have a question you'd like to ask the whole class, go through discussion board and be respective. So once again, my website is where you're watching all of the lectures. There's some extra lectures that are posted here. If you recall from the course calendar, I have website lectures. I recorded them several terms ago from several different books, but they're not, accounting doesn't go out of style. It's just an additional way for you to hear the topic besides what's in your book. So you might want to listen to those. I highly suggest that you listen to the normal balance in the accounting equation, because those are my interpretation to help you get through the basics of accounting. So please do those. And other than that, if you have any questions, send me an email with the proper format. Thank you.